Hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody. Howdy Cowdy here. And welcome.
It's Tuesday, July 2nd, and I'm JB. Welcome to another edition of What's On Today with Discovery Bay, home of the YouTube Comic Book Community Channel Guide. This is the show where I'm going to share some of my top picks from the sea of comic content that was released yesterday. Then I'm going to run down a lineup of content creators that are either releasing, premiering, or going live. Now, halfway through that lineup, I'm going to stop for a new segment titled the Instagram Tag of the Day. And then to end today's show, I'm going to open up a package from that crazy, stupid pile of comics that I still have left to open in a segment titled What's in the Box Already? So today's show is jam-packed. Let's get started with a quick recap of yesterday's highlights. There are links to these channels in the description below. These channels have been discovered. The first item on the recap comes from the Downright Nerdy Podcast channel. Michael Riley and JD gave us a terrific video yesterday titled Episode Number 23, Royal Guard Contest. Let's take a peek.
Welcome to the Downright Nerdy Podcast, coming to you from my mom's basement studios. Now, here's your host and assistant to the host, Michael Carls and Riley Sloan.
Are we on?
We're on. Welcome, everybody. Episode 23 of the Downright Nerdy Podcast. I am your host, Michael Carls.
And your co-host.
Oh, I'll let her do it today because she's got an awesome mug. Early birthday gift mug.
That's right.
All
Thank
donuts.
you, Chantel.
All donuts.
That's right.
We welcome back JD. Thanks for coming back on, man. Fellow comic book fan and collector.
Yep, thanks for having me again.
Always a pleasure, my friend. Always a pleasure.
Woo-hoo.
On today's show, we're going to be placing our entries in the Royal Guard contest.
Now, I listened to almost an hour of this yesterday while I was finishing up the show, and it was entertaining the entire time. To see this video and more great content from the crew over at the Downright Nerdy Podcast channel, click the link right here. Okay, for the final item on the recap, I have a new channel alert. Go check out the Exploding Earth's Comics channel. They released an awesome video yesterday titled New Comic Book Day Top 5, July 3rd, 2019. Let's take a look.
Happy Canada Day, everyone, and happy 4th of July this coming Thursday. Every week we put together a list of 5 new release single-issue comic books that we're really excited about and think that they'll add great entertainment and or monetary value to your comics collection. I'm Paula, and this is our new Comic Book Day Top 5. Before we get into it, if you haven't already done so, it'd be great if you hit the old subscribe button. And if you enjoy our content, be sure to hit the bell, and if you could, leave us a thumbs up and a comment. We're giving away some really cool comic book prizes at the 250, 500, 1,000, and 2,000 subscriber marks, but we'll get into that a little later. So without further ado, here's about $20 to $25 worth of comic book awesomeness that you can get into this week. This week's number 5, Fantastic Four Prodigal Son number 1 from Marvel Comics.
Absolutely terrific video. To see this entire video and more great content from the Exploding Earth's Comics channel, click the link right here. Okay, now let's get to today's lineup and find out what's on today with Discovery Bay. All of these times are listed in both Pacific Standard Time and Eastern Standard Time, and there are channel links with timestamps in the description below. Today there are 15 shows in the lineup and 8 of them are going live. So, first up at 12 a.m. Pacific, 3 a.m. Eastern.
Whosoever watches this channel, if he or she be worthy, shall acquire the knowledge from High Road Comics.
Arrow over at High Road Comics channel is releasing a video titled New Comic Book Day Pickups for Wednesday, June 26, 2019, Marvel 626. At 5 a.m. Pacific, 8 a.m. Eastern, over at the Cinema Figures channel, Caitlin is releasing the second video of a 3-part series titled Open Water Sharkathon Episode 2. At 7 a.m. Pacific, 10 a.m. Eastern,
What's poppin', everybody?
Over at the MCE channel, which stands for Marvelous Collectibles and Entertainment, Seth is releasing a video titled Funko Pop Hunting, Tergetcon, and BTL Collectibles Show. At 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern, over at the Perry Make Room for My Blazer Comics channel, is premiering the next edition in his Cover Price Key series titled 21 Cover Price Key Comic Books to Grab This Week, New Key Comics for 7/3/19. At 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern, over at the Burke Family 54 Comics channel, Steve is premiering a video titled Comic Book Collection Part 3, Power Rangers, The Flash, and Miniseries. The first two parts of this series were great, and I'm really looking forward to this one today. Next up at 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern, head over and check out the boys from ChinoComics&More. They're going live with a stream titled New Comic Book Day Show for 7/2/19. We have them in hand with BERKNASTY and THORO live. So check out Chino and Manny as they host guests ThoroQboro and Steve of BERKNASTY 54 Comics. These guys are new comic shop owners, their address is in the description below, and they're going to share their most recent order and give us a sneak peek of the books that are releasing tomorrow, July 2nd. I hope you can join them in the live chat, it should be fun. Okay, at 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern, over at the Comics with Bueller channel, we should be seeing a video titled Hot Top 10 New Comics to Buy for July 2nd, New Comic Book Day Weekly Picks. Alright, at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern, over at the Go-To Geeks channel, we should be getting our next live stream of the day titled Promotional Giveaway Comics Extravaganza with Metarog. Let's join them in the live chat and leave a thumbs up. Okay, well this is the halfway point of the lineup, and it's time for a new segment titled the Instagram Tag of the Day. So today's tag comes from Tim the Comic Collector, who tagged me this morning for Top Variant Tuesday and came with a sweet set of Green Lantern War connecting covers. I in turn posted this for Top Variant Tuesday, my Thanos 17 with a J.G. Jones Silver Surfer 4 homage variant, thanks to Drew Manchu. I tagged the Doom 143, Comic Spectre, ThoroQboro, and Nemesis Prime. Alright, that was fun. Let's get back to the lineup. At 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, oh yeah, that's my jam! Check out a live stream titled episode number 17 Buy or Pass on New Comic Book Day, July 2nd, 2019. From Rod over at Just a Rican and his comics channel, the triple comic threat is in action, that's right! Join Rod the Rican, Edwin the Comic Jabroni, and Perry Comics as they discuss what to buy or pass on New Comic Book Day. These guys know a thing or two because they've read a thing or two. Okay, at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, over at the Sin Potter channel, Chin is going live with a stream titled Spawn Watercolor Painting Live. Now that should be good. Okay, at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, over at the Comic Book Wars channel, they'll be releasing the 9th episode in their live podcast series titled Comic Book Wars, the comicbookspeculation.com podcast, episode number 9. Also at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, Brian and Jack over at the Simple Man Comics channel are premiering a video titled Another Interview with Boom Studios' Arune Singh. Okay, next up at 6:30 p.m. Pacific, 9:30 p.m. Eastern, we have the next edition of the live Tuesday night comic auction over at the home of the New York Warriors. Come join Biggies, Manny, Marky, Joker, Erod, and Jeff in the chat as they host guest sellers the Doom 143, Four-Way Flashers, and Comically Flawed. You know what they say, come for the deals and stay for the laughs. At 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern, we get the next episode in another new live show from the Comic Corps titled The Golden Guys. Now, this has been an absolutely amazing panel every week, and tonight they have a special guest. They're always focusing on Golden Age comics, and this one's going to be good. You won't want to miss it. Alright, the last item on the lineup and the last live show that I know about starts at 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern over at the Fantastic Comics channel. We get a live stream titled This Whole Everything number 25. Join the fellas in the chat and talk New Comic Book Day and other comic related topics. Well, that's all for the lineup, but now we have a new segment called What's in the Box Already? And this is off script. You know I've got a huge stack over here. I'm going to start with the one on the top. This one is from Barbara in Springtown, Pennsylvania. Looks like we've got ourselves a 80-page giant Batman special number 185. Very nice. Okay, that was fun. Well, thanks for taking the time to watch me and our channel today. Please visit me on Facebook and Instagram, where I'll be posting this schedule with any ads and or changes this afternoon. We also have a Patreon page if you're interested in supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a like. If you know of anyone that might be interested in this information or may want to be included in this show, please share this with them. Also, leave me a comment below on how I can improve this show, or if there's a channel out there I should be watching. Now, if you're not already a subscriber, think about subscribing so you don't miss any of this great new content. Who knows? You may find your new favorite channel today. And as always, don't forget, we had a good time.